My guest for this hour, former trial and appellate attorney, Dr. Tracy A. Pearson. She joins us from Los Angeles. Tracy, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Michael. It's great to be here.
All right, so let's begin. Today, the last couple of days for the defense, I think have been fairly effective. They brought in that forensic expert to basically tell this jury, hey, what you think you're seeing on that video, you're not seeing. Then they brought in an eyewitness who suggests that, in fact, she did see him throw something, although the state got her to say she didn't think it was a cell phone that he was throwing, so throw that into the mix as well. And then they had a forensics guy come in and talk about there might have been a fist, that Chad Olson might have been making a fist. What do you make of the defense and the direction they're going? Are they actually moving the needle?
I watched the testimony throughout the trial, and they had a misstep yesterday, and that was the wife. Mr. Reeves' wife testified and refuted the things that the defense has put forward. She has refuted that he said whoa, 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 or no, no, no. She refuted a number of points that the defense is trying to make. So that wasn't very helpful to them. I do think that with some of the nitpicky and some of the sort of the overzealousness throughout the trial, that's probably wearing on the jurors at this point. I'm not there to see their faces, obviously, but I'm sure that it's wearing on the jurors at this point.
That was actually going to be my next question. There is a lot of this minutia that they seem to be focusing on, and we get it. I mean, it's important to their case. They're doing the best they can to muddy things up. If you can make this jury think twice about this or that, that could be a reason for reasonable doubt. But there is a point where that doggedness that I'm seeing from these defense attorneys and that nitpicking on all these different things, can they be upsetting jurors to the point where they may end up not liking them? And that's a real thing.
Indeed. In fact, on the first day of the trial, the first witness that the defense cross-examined was a teacher, I believe. And I have to tell you, trying cases for a while, that when you attack a teacher for calling in sick on a given day, that was the opinion that I had of the defense case at that point, was that they were willing to call a teacher a liar without calling her a liar. And I didn't think that played well for them, and it just continued from there.
Yeah, that was one of the eyewitnesses. She had called in sick that day, ended up going to the movies, something we all do, right? Yeah, so I agree with you. I think picking on her for that probably didn't go over well. Here's the other thing that we have to worry about coming up. Is this defendant going to take the stand? And again, I made the point earlier that with all this different evidence that the defense is bringing in regarding the lighting and all these things that are trying to put this jury in the seat of the defendant, suggests to me that they're not going to put him on the stand. Do you think he takes the stand, and do you think it's a good idea?
I don't think it's a good idea for him to take this stand. He doesn't seem to be very likable. One of the things that you want to be for a jury is likable. You want someone to at least one person to feel bad enough to find that the evidence isn't sufficient to make the case. However, it's his job to sell his self-defense. He's the one who's got to tell his story and how he was feeling at the time. And so I think it'll be a very hard case for him to establish self-defense if he doesn't take the stand.
Yeah, that's really a dilemma, because he doesn't seem like the type of guy you're going to feel sorry for. And if they're going to feel sorry for him, it's going to be because of his age and his fear and all these other things that we've heard, which they've already heard. So my suggestion or my thought is that he's not going to take the stand, but we'll see. All right, doctor, stand by. We're going to take a break right now. Coming up next,